Welcome to an advanced watch folder tutorial for Peernet's Document Conversion Service, DCS for short. This video will show you how to set up a watched folder that runs specific commands at the end of conversion. Two different post-conversion commands can be set to run, one when the file successfully converts and another for when it fails. For instance, you could configure the watch folder to run a command that uploads all successfully converted files to an archiving system, a success command, and also send you an email containing the name of the file for any files that fail to convert, a failed command. The success command can be run once or many times depending on the output you are creating. For example, if your output settings create a single file, the success command will run once for each single output file created. If, however, you are creating a serialized output, such as a single-paged TIFF image, you have the option of running the success command once when all the files are created, or you can run the command individually for each file created. The default settings are to run the command once after all the files are created. Some examples of success commands include uploading files to a website using FTP, uploading files to an archiving system, or moving files to a database. Here is an example of an executable command which would upload successfully converted files to your website using FTP. In this case, once a file is uploaded, a copy is set to be moved to C drive Files Uploaded. You can use an executable command or batch files as commands within the watch folder service. We are going to walk through a sample configuration to run a command on the newly created file if successfully converted to upload the file to a website, and to run a command to send an email if conversion fails. The commands I will use are placeholders that you would replace with your own command line tools that fit your workflow. Executable commands or batch files specific to your workflow are not provided with Document Conversion Service. To edit the watch folder configuration file, we first need to make sure that watch folder service is stopped. Open the Start menu, click Document Conversion Service, and select Stop Watch Folder Service. Open the watch folder configuration file by opening the Start menu, clicking Document Conversion Service, and selecting Configure Watch Folder Settings. Scroll down to the watch folder section that you would like to edit. In this case, we will edit the default watch folder section called Convert to TIFF. Scroll down to the Run command portion of this watch folder section. The first step is to set Run at End Success Enabled to True. Next, we will enter the full path to the command we want to run in the Run at End Success command. Now we are going to pass our command the name of the files to upload. We do this using the provided variables or macros. These values are replaced with their actual values when the command is run. Your command may need different parameters than what I am showing here. In our example, we will pass the created file name by entering the variable "output file path". There are other variables available to use to pass file name and other conversion information as command line parameters to your command. You can find these and other settings explained further in the user guide under Convert Files with DCS, Post-Conversion Processing. Run at End Success Wait Mode lets you control whether or not the watch folder will wait for the command to complete before moving to the next file. The default action is to not wait for the command to complete. Now all successfully converted files will be uploaded. To also create a post-process command for files that fail, begin by setting Run at End Fail Enabled to True. Enter the path and command you want to run if the conversion fails in Run at End Fail command. In this example, we are going to use PowerShell to automate the sending of an email when a file fails to convert. Here is an example template that would need to be used to create this PowerShell command. Enter the variables to pass to your command. In this case, we will pass the failed file path by entering "failed file path", then set the Run at End Fail Wait Mode setting as before. Save the watch folder configuration file. Now we will restart Watch Folder Service to implement our changes by clicking Start, Document Conversion Service, Start Watch Folder Service. Now we can test our post-process commands for both successfully converted files and files that fail. Here we can see that successfully converted files are being picked up from the input folder but are not ending up in the output folder. Instead, a copy is being uploaded to the FTP website that you designated, and another copy is ending up in our Files Uploaded folder. This is what we would expect based on how we configured our BAT file. And here is an example of the email I received from a failed conversion. Again, you can find all these settings explained further in the user guide under Converting Files with DCS, Post-Conversion Processing. Be sure to check out our Getting Started series for Document Conversion Service, or watch some of our more advanced tutorials to learn how to customize DCS further and achieve optimal conversion performance. We are always available to help with configuration and answer any questions you have about setup or the product. If you haven't done so already, follow the link below and download your free trial.